All right, my friend. So I'm gonna finish this up. Okay, like I said, a lot of people live their life sitting here telling others, what they won't tolerate or what they won't deal with, but they'll go on about their own day, disrespecting others or breaking what somebody else says they don't want done to them. It's like a double standard. Almost like how a person will blame you for something they think you're doing. Like, oh, I feel like when you're over there, you're talking to somebody. Oh, I feel like when you get text messages or call, it's your side person. And it's like, a lot of times, not every time, but a lot of times, that's your own guilt eating back at you. You don't want somebody doing to you what you're doing to them. Or maybe it's been done to you before and you don't know how to control it once you get a chance to do it to somebody else. So instead of being a better person and not doing that to that person, you'll still do it. And then make them feel bad about what you're doing to them, like as if they're doing something wrong. And to me, it's like, that's one of the dirtiest or lowest things you can do to another person unknowingly. And most times you know what you're doing. You just don't want to admit to yourself what you're doing. And that's where things get really low, people. And it's kind of messed up, but we've all lived that situation. We've all been on both sides of that coin. And it's like, once you're on that side of that coin or on the other side, how does it feel? Do you feel more empowered when you're doing that to others? Or do you feel more dirty and guilty and to the point where you become immune to it or immune to the feelings? I almost want to compare it to something I read randomly out of a newspaper. I was actually going through the internet and it popped up on like the New York Times. It said something about little lies or white lies are the same as putting on cologne. Eventually you get immune to the smell. That's kind of funny because it makes sense. After you lie, it may be little lies is nothing, but eventually you get immune to the feeling of lying to others to where you become a good liar or a habitual liar. Well, it goes the same way for how you treat others. You can eventually become immune to what you're doing to others because you're so wrapped up in your own world. You're so wrapped up into thinking that you are the center of the universe. You may be the center of your own universe, but there is a vast size universe in this world, and that's just this world. That's not even including the actual literal universe. You're not the center of the universe. And if you thought you were the center of the universe, you need to realize two things. One, everybody has ups and downs. Two, everybody's been let down or brokenhearted. Three, everybody's either been hurt or went out there and hurt others. So what makes you more important to them? Because you're you? That's selfish, people. Really think about that. Because you're you, you're more important than anybody else. And the sad thing is, we're all put here to love each other. So if we all put here to love each other, so everybody in the world is supposed to bend down and love you? That's crazy, because not even Jesus Christ expected that. So with that being said, you're kind of holding yourself above the throne. Because you're I am person instead of a us person. And that's a sad thing, because nobody else can get you into heaven but yourself and the Lord. And you're already saying you're getting yourself into heaven. It has nothing to do with the Lord. That's a sad thing in the world, man. And people don't really pay attention to it or grasp, I guess you could say, the gravity of their situations. They're too busy hurting others, thinking that nobody else can hurt them. And then when they get hurt, it's like the end of the world, or everybody's done did something wrong, or the whole world's against them. Well, actually it is, because you've hurt the whole world. So who would be on your side, and why would they be? What makes another person want to do something for you? Maybe you should start doing things for others, just like the prevailing winds. Maybe you should start praying for others instead of praying for yourself. Maybe you should pray for others to find guidance and happiness instead of yourself. And then you can be surrounded by good people, so that way you can learn what goodness and graciousness and understanding and humbleness is. And with that being said, my friends, I say it all the time. I work for the airport. I've watched things take off. But being faulty to others ain't gonna never fly. Y'all stay blessed.